Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Sparkles, where I turn imagination into reality. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a few minutes of your time. Leave a comment below and let me know how my craftsmanship has came along. Also like and share this video. And if you'd like to watch my progression as a one-stop shop, subscribe and let us take the journey together. Galaxy Sparkles. Good morning, guys. It's Thursday, February 13th, 2025. Today, it is currently 17 degrees outside. I mean, we were just in the 70s a few days ago, and now it's back to 17 degrees. Man, it's crazy out here, guys. I'm a fair weather person myself, but anyway, today's ring, we're going to create the ring of pure energy. The ring of pure energy. Guys, I have listened to a lot of gurus. I've listened to a lot of yogis, and none of them seem to be happy, joyful. And they're very, very smart. I mean, I know they're more intelligent than me. I'm just a redneck hillbilly, guys, and these guys are so smart, but yet they just don't reflect happiness and joy for everything they know, everything they claim to understand. They don't seem happy. They don't smile. They're just so deep, and I just don't understand, because I have a very deep understanding of certain things, guys. From my view, from my life, I've been through a whole lot, guys. I've learned a lot over my past years, and I have learned so much. I have so much knowledge. I've been through so much adversity, so much loss. I mean, I once didn't even understand how depression was. I didn't understand why it was debilitating. I didn't get it until I've been through a lot of loss, guys, throughout my life, and I'll begin mastering my emotions, through poker, through everything that I've ever been through family, through everything, through family members, through everything. I have accumulated so much loss, so much anger built up inside of me. And through weightlifting, I was 185 pounds, bench pressing 320 pounds, guys. And I used the fuel of hatred and anger, and I used that fuel because it was consuming me. I had so much anger and hatred inside because of all the failures, it was just so much. And I just used that hatred, and I finally depleted it. And anger is the hardest emotion to actually overcome, in my opinion. Very, very hard to overcome. But through weightlifting, through that constructive activity, I did overcome anger. And I now can notice whenever I'm beginning to get frustrated, I've learned to notice it coming up, and I've learned to just extinguish it before it gets out of control. I am an emotional master. I would consider myself a black belt in emotional mastery, guys. And there are different degrees of black belts. So of course I still have a lot to learn. I'm not perfect. I am human. And you just have to learn to go within yourself. And getting back to this depression. I never understood depression, guys. I couldn't get it. I was like, I just didn't understand. I just didn't understand until my rug got pulled out from me. Like I said, I've had a lot of loss, but when you lose your livelihood, everything you've known since high school to provide for you and your family, wow. Guys, I had the rug pulled out from under me, and I had every negative ball of emotion thrown at me, even including depression. I've never witnessed it. I never understood it. I laid on the couch 16, 17 hours a day, just going within myself, feeling, observing, and this emotion. I mean, you don't care whether you live or die. It's so debilitating. And there is no help. I mean, I took no medication. There was no family to help me. There was nobody. It was me. I was alone, all by myself, facing this adversity, this emotion, this feeling that was very, I mean, it had a hold of me like would not understand. But me being as strong as I am did overcome it. It did take 4 months just to get up off the couch. Like I said, I was sitting on the couch within myself, meditation, speaking to no one. There was no one, zilch, zero. I overcame this myself. There was no gods. Guys, speaking of, we'll get into that. I have so much I want to explain and try to teach you. There's nobody to talk to. You just go within yourself and you fight through this and you struggle and you go through the gosh damn hurdles and you face it. You face it hard. And I didn't take any medication. There was no therapist. There's no therapist that can help you through this type of, I don't know if it's this emotion, this depression. It is debilitating. And anybody going through that, wow. Best of luck, because it is very, very hard to overcome, guys. And what I'm trying to get to now, the whole point of this video is about the pineal gland and your heart chakras. You know, our hearts vibrate, and, you know, kind of like the Earth's magnetic field, our heart produces a magnetic field around our bodies. We are illuminating. We are a magnetic field, and your energies are going out. And as you get against another person, you know, you may meet somebody sometime and you just don't like that person. They just radiate a different sort of energy where you just don't like them. And that's just part of it. I mean, we all radiate differently. And if we're trying to get to the pineal gland. I'm trying to get to the pineal gland, guys. We all have this thing inside of our brain. It's called a pineal gland. And it's a crystal. I used to race remote. I'm going to get right back to the pineal gland, guys. I'm just trying to give you an imagery and understanding. I used to race remote control cars when I was a kid. And there's little crystals in the remotes and in the car. And if somebody's on that same frequency, so that you're not controlling the other person's car, you have to change your crystals. Well, guys, our pineal gland has crystals in it. And depending on your vibration, your emotions, your feelings inside, what your heart's vibrating is the frequency that your pineal gland is radiating, is signaling. So the lower your frequency, the further, just like a radio, guys, just like a radio, the lower your frequency, the further you're going to actually reach. The higher your frequency, you're just all discombobulated and you're amongst everybody else. I can go inside a Walmart, guys, and I feel people's energy. I can feel them. And let me get back to the pineal gland. So lowering your frequency, guys, you can actually radiate further and connect to the divine, connect to source, God. But first you have to go within yourself and you have to master your emotions. You have to master everything inside of you. You got to connect to your inner being, your eternal being that's within us. Once you do that and you begin understanding certain other things, you begin with your pineal gland. Once it opens up and you're radiating and you're kind of getting an understanding and you connect to the divine, the source. God, guys, it's so amazing. Now, when I say guys, I mean women too, because, you know, I just say guys, it's just the way I talk, but I'm also referring to women. And you just connect to the divine. And it's such a great, you begin getting an understanding of certain things. And those people that think that you just live 100 years and you pray to a Jesus and you go to an eternal heaven, guys, from my point of view, it's definitely not like that. Now, if you think that, you can think whatever you want. Hey, I have nothing against your ideas, your thoughts. I think it's wonderful. It's a great idea. But like in anything, you would become bored. You would want different flavors of life because you would become so bored, so stagnant. That's how I see it. And we are actually all gods. We are co-creators. Yeah, this whole realm was created by whatever, whoever, however. But we are co-creators of this creation, of this realm. And the abilities that we have are just tremendous. You just have to learn to tap in and understand certain things. Now, why does bad things happen to good people? Guys, I don't know. I don't know all the answers, but maybe it's bad karma. Maybe we're cleansing karma that from past lives. I just don't know all the answers, guys. And I know bad things happen to good people, and it's a lot of suffering out there. But if you would just learn to go within and see it differently, and I know there's a lot of bad, guys. I mean, I've been through a lot of bad. I've had lots of loss in my life, family members, and just so much loss, so much grief, and just all that stuff. But we all go through it, and I see certain people that hold that grief, hold that regret inside, and it has to come out like a volcano, some sort of way. Kind of like whenever I was lifting weights, all that anger had to come out, but at least it was constructive and not punching people in the mouth and elbowing them and snapping shit up and snapping necks. And it came out in a constructive, positive way. And I see a lot of people burying their grief, burying their regrets, burying their anger and their sadness, and it has to protrude out somewhere. It has to come out somewhere, guys. And I think, I'm not a doctor, but I think burying all this stuff can create a lot of sickness, guys, a lot of mental health issues, a lot of pain, create migraines and just body aches and just I think holding it all in can create all this stuff, guys. Now, I'm not telling you to be like me, guys, because I've been going through some stuff since I was a little kid, and it's 30, 40 years worth of practice. And you just got to practice. It's just a daily practice. You try to learn something new every day in every aspect of life that you're trying to grow in, whether it's financial, whether it's spiritual, whatever it is, you're trying to grow just a little bit each day and wake up a better version of yourself the next day, guys. And it's just a continuous struggle, a continuous learning process. And I think that's what life is. Life is but a game to me. I love life, and I was about to really say something that I probably didn't truly mean. I love life, guys. I absolutely love life, and I do think life's a game. I've turned it into a game, and every day it's like waking up and getting to open new doors, new levels. And not every day do I get to open a new level, a new door. There's still something I'm working on, gaining knowledge in certain aspects of my journey. And guys, I just love life. I absolutely love this life, and I don't know if we've all came from a higher realm, a different realm, and we're just here to experience this day and age because it's so wild, it's so crazy, it's so corrupt. But you also have to understand the corruption. Without darkness, there would never have been light. For every positive, there's a negative. You have to understand this. And once you do begin realizing that there was darkness before light, good before evil, evil before, I don't know the exact. But there had to be dark before there was light. There couldn't have been light without darkness, because when you're in the dark, you're like, dang, there's got to be more. The stagnation part, like I'm trying to tell you about heaven and, living 100 years, pray to Jesus and go to heaven. The stagnation of darkness, you wanted more, so we created the light. We are all one, guys. We are all one. And once you realize, even the evil, it takes without the devil, I wouldn't be who I am today, because I've cussed the gods. I've done everything that you can possibly do that, to my knowledge, to my understanding, which I have nothing against. I have nothing against nothing. I am just a pure ball of happy energy. And I'm just going to continue on growing what I do, guys. And without darkness, there can't be light. That's all I do know. And with all the corruption, with our leaders the way it is, they have signed up for this particular job for whatever reason. I don't know all the answers. Like I said, I'm still searching answers. I'm still searching understanding in certain things. And I don't claim to know everything, but I know a whole lot, guys. And that's what this jewelry making for me is about. It gives me something to do because I am retired. I retired at 47, even though the rug was pulled out from under me and I didn't get to retire the way I wanted to. I have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot of knowledge about a lot of things. You know, the stock market, you know, why didn't I attract the money that I wanted? Because maybe I'm just not on that frequency level, because it is a lot of corruption in the money side, guys. I mean, the stock market's very corrupt. It's manipulated. And I mean, I just wasn't on that frequency. So maybe I just couldn't attract the money, but I have the knowledge to make the money. I know how to make the money. I just couldn't attract the money because I wasn't on that frequency. So anyway, guys, let's carry on. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. Speaking of frequencies, guys, I forgot to mention that because I get my brain outruns my mouth sometimes. Speaking of frequencies, there's a place up in West Virginia called Green Bank, West Virginia. It's a no radio, no microwaves. It is completely silent there, so that they're able to probably there's some kind of telescopes there, some kind of frequency telescopes, and they probably are able, so that they're able to lower the frequencies as low as freaking possible, that to the understandings that I don't even understand, and so that they're able to reach the furthest distance to get maybe some sort of communication, to tap into something that, you know, who knows exactly what's going on. But there is a place in West Bank, Virginia, that you cannot turn on a microwave, you cannot turn on a radio, and if you do, it's a huge fine and prison time, a possibility of prison time. So frequencies are very, very important, guys. If you want to begin diving into learning emotional mastery and frequencies and stuff like that, that's what you should begin learning, guys, is just learn frequencies. And I mean, just learn whatever the hell you want to learn. Hell, you've grown. Let's get back to making this ring of pure energy, guys. The ring of pure energy. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys. Here's our bezel for the pure energy ring. The ring of pure energy. Here we go. Let's solder him up, guys. All right, guys, y'all hang tight. Let's see what we done come up with here. All right, guys, I'm getting my band made up here for the ring of pure energy. What I'm going to do is, y'all just come along and I'm going to show you what I'm doing instead of tell you. So here we go. Get my marker. Shoot. Realign it there. Then we're going to hold him down and do the other side. Now I'm going to take that out to the vise, guys, and I'm going to get that aligned and bent back around. So y'all hang tight. We'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, this is our 2-strand band for the ring of pure energy. We're going to just solder up the very ends right there. That's where they kind of meet right now. And then we're going to whip this little unit in shape and begin sticking this thing together. So here we go. Let's solder this ends up together and hang out for just a minute. I like to drop knowledge throughout my videos, you know, little gems here and there, things I'll think about as I'm creating these rings, and I'll drop gems throughout my videos. So it's, you know, if you'd like to have a little knowledge dropped on you, just kind of hang out a little while, and I try to make it short and sweet. And I always leave a humongous gift at the very end of all my videos, guys. So if y'all could hang out to the very end, that would be amazing, and I'd appreciate it for you to like, comment, subscribe, share this video so we're able to reach everybody that needs some help, guys. There's a lot of folks out there that need some help these days, so let's help spread the awareness and let's do this thing together. Here we go. As soon as I get another, I have a torch in, I just got to get the bottle, the little acetylene bottle. It's a couple $100 and just saving a few more pennies, and this little process will be a lot quicker once I get that particular tool in order. And we'll keep the butane for backup for sure. But anyway, here we go, guys. Let's whip this thing into shape and finish soldering up, and we'll begin putting the bezel on. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys. I got some solder balls laid across there, and everything nice and tight and uniform. So here we go. Let's solder this little unit up. What I plan on doing is soldering up this front side. We'll flip it over on the other side and pull some solder through, because solder does love to flow toward heat. So let's get this little unit soldered up right quick, guys. Probably in the next week, 2 weeks, I'll definitely be having my acetylene torch, so stay tuned for that. That's pretty exciting. Good stuff. Alright, guys, we'll get this thing flipped over, let it solidify there for a minute and harden up. We'll flip it over so we don't lose what we got, and we'll pull some solder through to the other side. Looks like it's soldered up real nice. I see solder joints all the way through, but we're going to pull all we can up through there. We'll take this thing out to the sander, get it cleaned up, and we'll wrap it around the mandrel and begin setting our little bezel on top of it, guys. Can't wait to show you the end result. Here we go, y'all hang tight. All right, guys, we're going to saw this thing and try to come up with another seamless joint today. So see what we can't get into here. If we come up with another seamless joint today, it'll be 6 seamless joints in a row. That will be a double hat trick. What you call a hat trick, 3 in a row. So this will be a double hat trick if we can get this seamless joint today, guys. So let's get us a nice clean cut on this unit, get him closed up, gap filled, and see if we can't create a seamless joint again today, guys. Wake up a better version, better craftsman every day. That's the idea. That's my goals. That's my idea of success, becoming a better version of yourself every day in every aspect of life that you are looking for. Woo! All right, guys, y'all hang tight. I'm going to sit here and whittle on this for a minute, and we'll catch up with you in a minute. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, let's see if we can't come up with this nice seamless joint. It looks like it appears, I forecast it to be seamless, guys, so this should be a double hat trick. Let's see what happens here. All right, guys, y'all hang tight. I'll show you the end result in just a second. Here we go. All right, guys, that is a double hat trick like I forecasted. We are seamless all around, and it's going to turn out pretty nice. So I'm going to figure out exactly how I'm going to mount this bezel. I have an idea. So I'm going to get this thing to where it's ready to solder up, and we're going to make this thing happen. So here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I just got that all soldered up. Forgot to bring you along. I'll let you see the outcome. We're going to sit there and let that solidify, and we're going to take a peek at it, make sure it's nice and durable and well soldered. And if we need to hit a couple of places, we will. But it looks to me like we got it nice and tight. So here we go. Speaking of tight, y'all hang tight. Here we go. All right, guys, we have completed the ring of pure energy. There it is, guys. That is a pretty spectacular ring, if I might say so myself. And I'm going to grade this ring a C for all the magnificence and creativity. It's just an amazing ring, guys. The answers are within, guys. You got to learn to go within. Everybody's looking up and outward when the answers are within. So just begin doing whatever you want to do, because you are grown. So with all that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, and I'm going to leave y'all with a huge energy ball. Guys, I'm overflowing, guys. I have nowhere else to give it. No need in wasting it. So I'm going to build this huge, huge energy ball, guys, full of imagination, full of love, full of joy, and full of connectedness, guys. Coming at you. All right, guys, brace yourself, because if that one hits you, it could change you. It could change you for the better. It could change you for the worse. Either way, this is for entertainment only, and do what you want to do. You're grown, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank y'all for hanging out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Here we go. Y'all hang tight.